At one point, Mase was with G-Unit.
Definitely.
And I remember
at that time, come on, bro. We was hot in fish grease. Who didn't want to sign?
I remember
I think Fabulous wanted to sign. Keisha Cole.
Okay.
Mace. It was just like a list of people that wanted to sign with G-Unit that you just hear here and there. You know what I'm saying?
And 50 was like already investing in him. I remember he was in I forgot what video. Was it a Window Shopper?
Right.
You guys did that out in Europe somewhere?
Yeah, definitely.
You know, Mase was in that, and there were songs with I heard there was like a whole project that 50 and Mase were working on.
Yeah, definitely. Mase is definitely definitely a lyrical genius.
Yep.
Definitely.
But then that deal fell apart.
Right. I don't know the ins and outs.
Okay. From what I heard, I'm not going to say who I heard it from. From what I heard was that the deal was essentially ready to go. Everyone signed off on it, whatever. And then Puffy came in and wanted more. And then that's what made the deal fall apart. And from that point on, that's when 50 and Puffy started having beef.
Right. Probably so. I don't know the ins and outs, but you know how the music business is designed from the beginning of time to, take advantage of the artist. If an artist don't know, you just don't know. Like, I'm going to give you an example. I'm not going to say no names, but there was a motherfucker that was stealing air miles, hotel points, and like we was artists, we was flying the world. So it was like all kind of hotel points and shit like that. And one day, somebody from my entourage had an altercation with this person and was like, yo, you was stealing our air miles the whole time? But I could fly my family to Europe and all that shit for free. So when you don't know that, when you don't have the information, motherfuckers gonna fuck you over. Down to the motherfucker that's driving your car, down to the motherfucker that's styling you, they'll fuck you over because you don't have the information. And that's what I learned from 50, because 50's watching every fucking dollar. The stylist, the driver, what I'm paying Yayo, what I'm paying this nigga, he's watching every fucking dollar. Because people think you stupid and they try to get over. Just because you from the streets or might not have masters, and shout out to everybody who do have master degrees and go to school, because it looks good on paper and it's very important to have, I guess, sometimes in this world. But people with the street mentality I learned from Fifth is as smart as a motherfucker with the masters. So like I said, back in the days, motherfuckers were stealing our air miles and our hotel points. So I'm flying somewhere to Europe and it's fucked up. And the person was like a nobody, but it was just like, damn, the way they did it was kind of like, damn, you live and you learn. Like, motherfucker stealing our air miles?
Man, listen. You know how
50 didn't even know about, nobody knew. Like, 50 didn't know, nobody knew. Wasn't stealing 50 air miles, but damn sure was stealing Yayo's.
Okay.
They ain't gonna do 50, they ain't gonna steal his.
Oh, man. The number of NBA players I've interviewed that have had millions stolen from them by accountants. Power of attorney is like the most dangerous thing you can give a person. Because they could...
What Biggie say back in the days? Got lawyers watching lawyers, so I won't go broke.
Right? No, I mean, like,
you know what I mean? You gotta listen to them Jews, man.
Yeah,
they
I interviewed Eddie Curry, and he said that his finance guy with power of attorney took out this insane loan for like $600,000, which turned into like $4 million, and he had to take a loan against his future NBA salary to pay that back, and it was just a clusterfuck.
You know, he had loans here and there. It's crazy because I do some work with the Players Association now, and I talk to, all the young kids about this type of shit, man. Just power of attorney, bro. And that was one of the biggest factors in my financial just ruin, bro, is that I gave someone power of attorney. And I remember at one point, like toward the end of my time in New York, probably my last year there, man, he had got a loan from this dude in Vegas, and they didn't have there was no laws on, there was no cap on just the inflation, just the extra, the late fees, late penalties and shit like that you can charge for a loan. He took out a loan, he used a stamp of my signature to get the loan. He defaulted on the loan, I didn't even know about it, didn't get the proceeds from it or anything. They ended up taking me to court. It was like a $500,000 loan. I ended up having to pay like $4 million on this loan.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
And this is normal. This is more, this is not even unusual.
I learned from 50 early. Watch your money and handle your business. Because, you can have people do it for you. In the beginning, I had a lot of people do it for you, and you don't depend on it. And because, when you're in school, right? I think it's the book Rich Dad. You ever read?
Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Yeah, I read it.
And he was telling you, his father told him, yo, I want to be an entrepreneur. And I guess he said, well, go talk to your friend's dad. He's more entrepreneur. I work for a check. Because, in my mind, it's never work for a check. Try to, have your own entrepreneur spirit in your brain. and on like a 9 to 5. There's nothing wrong with it. Shout out to everybody to have it. But if you have a 9 to 5, you always got to have your other hustle on the side. Especially being from New York, you need 7 hustles. I learned that from the COVID. Wasn't no shows. Wasn't nobody eating. Oh,
Yeah.
shit. It's time to push the pen. It's getting slow on the block. You know, you going into your savings, you doing this, you doing that. You know, I got a couple of properties and stuff. I got shit I got to maintain, kids in college now, and there's no shows. There's no revenue coming in like that. Yo, I got to do the music, sell the merch. I got to do this. You got to have 7 hustles.